Buongiorno from Italy. It is day 24, and we're almost there. And we are leaving the Cinque Terre today very soon and heading off to Florence, where we've got, I think, a lot of stuff planned.
A lot of places to visit, because that one was for me, for all the architecture and marble statues and paintings. And it is, I think, the seat of the Medici, so there's a lot of Michelangelo's work there.
So a lot of good stuff in store over the next few days, but we do have a little bit of time before we head off to the train station this morning. And we had some questions or some laughs when we said that we were going to travel for this long period with nothing but a carry-on. And that's what we've been doing.
Mine's stuffed a little bit more than his is.
Okay, so we each have one carry-on, which is a soft-sided suitcase that fits the carry-on dimensions and things like that. And it also has some padded shoulder straps, and so you can carry on as a backpack. So for us, that worked well, so that we could kind of make some train connections. Like this morning, we have a train connection which is somewhere around 10 minutes-ish, and we have to get from one platform to the other. And if we were rolling around big suitcases,
might be difficult.
Might not make it.
For some of our smaller flight restrictions, we couldn't have more than 26 pounds total on each of us. So we've managed it so far. I think, however, when we fly back from Italy, we might be just a little bit over. But so far, no one has checked our weight. So here's hoping.
As long as you can stuff it in the overhead compartment, most of the flight attendants don't seem to care. So that's worked out okay. It's kept us mobile, which is really, really good for train connections, flight connections,
yes,
things like that, and has really, really helped. But with those advantages comes some struggles.
Keeping everything clean. So there's a couple things. We were able to buy woolite in both France and in England, so that we did a lot of our washing in the sinks. Luckily in France, the flat had a washing machine, so we were able to wash all of our clothes at least once. No dryers, everything had to air dry, but I found that both in France and in England, they had these heated towel racks, so they worked really good for drying stuff, which was something we weren't expecting, which helped. We also have a portable clothesline, but in Italy, we're kind of down to, I made with water-soluble paper, like things with woolite, so that we can wash things in the sink. The only downside is sometimes the paper doesn't dissolve all the way through, so you're left with some residue on your clothes. But the trick to that is wash them inside out.
Yeah. So basically, you pack less, you try and pack lighter clothes. We're traveling at a time where it was a little cooler, so some of our stuff was a little bit heavier, but you pack fewer items, so a few pairs of pants, and you'll find that in most cases you can wear them multiple times before you need to wash them, unless you're doing some heavy hiking or you're out in the sun a lot or something like that where it just gets really kind of stinky and stuff, then you need to wash those. Shirts, similar thing, those maybe don't go nearly as long, but we found, especially in the colder climates, that thin merino sweaters have worked wonders. They are thin, they are light, they are warm, and they don't smell even after a few times wearing them. So those have worked out really, really well for us.
And when I needed thermals, most of my thermals were also merino as well, because the merino has a natural antibacterial built into it, so they just don't get smelly. And I bought the lightweight, so they dry relatively quickly as well.
Yeah, so all that worked out well. So you bring a few of those, a few shirts, and a few pairs of pants.
Yeah, we've also had to dump a couple of things because we bought lotions because the little bottle we had was not going to make it for 2 people. So we bought lotion and left lotion behind at 2 of the other countries before boarding our flights. I learned to find a lot of stuff in powder form, or if it's solid, so like deodorant and chapstick and those things doesn't count. So I've managed but we also did go and buy, we didn't use the Ziploc bag, we actually went and bought liter reusable bags, and they actually hold more. So tip for even flying in the States, they hold more. And I was able to get all of our, some of mine have spilled into his, but we were able to get all the liquids I needed: shampoo, conditioner, hairspray, mousse, makeup. Most of my makeup is powder, but I've had the powder makeup for years, so that's just what I do. But I was able to get everything that I needed for a month in that.
Yep. So one carry-on soft-sided suitcase with backpack straps to carry on your back. Each of us has a small day bag, so it meets all the flight requirements and everything like that. And the day bags come in really, really handy for walking around, sightseeing and things like that, especially with shoulder straps, because a lot of churches and museums, they don't want you wearing backpacks. So you need to be able to carry it like a satchel or a purse or something like that. So with that, 1 month carry-on and a day bag, if we can do it, you can do it. It's been challenging, but just kind of spend a little bit of time at each of your locations doing a little bit of hand washing in the sink and letting it out to dry, and you're good to go.
Yep.
So very soon we are off to Florence, and we will see you there.